Hi, Tim from Fair Play now, and I've got a little bit of an extra video for you today. I'll do my proper English national lockdown video later on, but it's November the 20th, day 16 of the English national lockdown, and I'm doing this extra video because of the press conference in the States. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about, which one I'm talking about. But if you haven't seen it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave links below in the comment section, both on the press conference itself or a shortened version of it, showing the sort of the main points, and also another link to another video for a bit of commentary by some pundits about the news conference. But to suffice to say, what they were saying in this news conference was absolutely mind-blowing. And you know, if even a fraction of what they're saying is true, this is just going to blow the lid off the whole of American politics and pretty much the whole of American society. It is truly momentous. You just need to listen to what they're saying. But it's they're basically saying they've got evidence of the whole US election having been rigged, having been kind of hijacked with foreign influences. There's this company, Dominion, who are actually sort of run by sort of foreign influences who hate America, and yet somehow they've managed to get involved with their voting system and able to rig it. And they're saying that Venezuela could be involved, George Soros could be involved, China could be involved, God knows what else. And it's truly shocking stuff. And the reason why I think it's important to get this out, well, actually, before I come on to that, bearing in mind that these people, sort of Giuliani and the other people involved, they're top lawyers. Yes, they might be Trump supporters, but they're top lawyers. They don't do anything unless they've got hard evidence. And when they're making allegations like this, you can be sure, though they haven't presented it yet, you can be sure that they've got very strong evidence, and that they're very confident that they can use this very strong evidence to expose what's been going on. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll leave these links below, and you can watch them. And I know my channel doesn't get many views, but please share these links as far and as wide as you possibly can, because you're not going to hear about this in the mainstream media, or if they do, they're not going to report it properly. And one of the guys, Giuliani, he did have, during the press conference, he had this little slightly unfortunate thing going on. He was sweating profusely, and which is hardly surprising when you consider the momentous allegations he was making. But he was sweating, and the sweat was obviously sort of picking up some black hair dye in his hair and running down his face like that, black. And I've already seen a headline here from Sky News: Rudy Giuliani, hair dye streams down sweating Trump lawyer's face in latest news conference embarrassment. And honestly, that just shows how bad the mainstream media is. And all the stuff they were saying, Sky News could have come out with one of a dozen absolutely momentous, sort of shattering headlines, which would have got them so many views it would be untrue. And yet, because they hate Trump and they're all in with the same agenda, they're just doing the best they can to kind of not present the thing properly, and just to try and belittle it and try and just make out that it's just a load of nonsense. But all they're doing is they're just proving how unfit for purpose they are. You know, the whole mainstream media is totally unfit for purpose as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, this is why I'm trying to do my little bit here to at least get a few people looking at this stuff properly, kind of ignoring the childish sort of things like, you know, oh, look at him sweating away, you know, and his hair dye, and actually sort of looking at things properly and taking on board what they're saying and how momentous it could be if it transpires to be true. Not saying that at the moment it is true, they've got to present their evidence and we've got to see how things play out. But if it sort of does play out, God, there's just going to be an absolute hurricane blowing through the whole of American society, and it's going to bounce across here as hurricanes do. They end up bouncing back, and that's where we get a lot of our gales from. And in the same way, this is going to bounce back over our way, and I think sort of take a lot of these idiots out over this side of the pond as well. And I was thinking just over the last couple of days that the only thing that is going to finish this whole kind of plague madness is for something truly, truly momentous to happen. It needs something big to happen to break the spell. And I was thinking it might be, I don't know, maybe Boris with some kind of open mic incident where he kind of comes out with something like, oh, you know, we've sort of stitched up the public like a kipper with this whole plague thing, haven't we, you know, or something, and then that kind of going viral. But I think this whole thing, this American news conference, could be even bigger than that. But anyway, I'll leave it there for now. I'll come back later with my proper lockdown video for today. But right now, Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.